To my brother, my friend, and one of my greatest sisters, Dan, you've been a... I'm going to tell you how Dan and I first met. We had an interview process. We interviewed 5 different people. Dan came in number 3. It was a committee of 4 of us. When we interviewed him, what stuck in our mind made us laugh. Dan said, he said, "You're looking at me now, this is what you get when you hire me." He said, "One thing about me, if you give me a bucket full of nuts and bolts, I can put anything together." And as a committee, we remember that. Because I know here we have a lot of things that are broken down. And we needed someone talented and skillful. And that showed you God is still in the blessed business. And He gave us the man who we need. Like Ms. Myers said, he was a great candidate. Both of them was great candidates. But God knew we needed his computer skills, his handyman skills. Like I said, there's nothing Dan can't do. When I'm out as a director, I feel so good. I tell my wife, we can go anywhere. Because Dan is at the center. I know the building's going to be open on time. I know it's going to be safe. It's going to be clean. He's a very dependable, reliable, resourceful individual. You know, Dan, like this just said, your shoes going to be hard to be filled. We're truly going to miss you. Your smile, your personality, your dependability, you're reliable, your skills. You've just been an awesome individual for the Smith-Williams Service Center. I hear a lot of people give Smith-Williams Center a lot of clout. As the young folks say, clout. That means a great name. But it's because of people like Dan, myself, and the rest of the staff. We all give 100%. And Dan, the guys, we work with the guys very close, and while y'all come into a clean, safe facility. I'm like all of you, as the center director, I'm always calling on Dan for the thermostat, the technology here. See what's set up this morning? We got a big event next Tuesday. I said, Dan, before you leave today, we're going to set this up. We're going to be ready to, we got the bill and everybody come here. Every time we get to talk to President Obama, hey, let me call you right back. I'm roasting Dan right now. Kelly, first of all, this is your supervisor. Let me let Kelly say something to you. Hold on, Kelly. This is our supervisor.
Yeah, they help me. Oh, yeah. It's okay. I'll do it.
All right, let's get back to some other things Dan done. Last year, for the first time with our summer program, we took our kids to Wild Adventure. I went as a supervisor, took Dan as a supervisor, and our job was to watch the kids, right? We had 40 kids. When I look around, I see 41 kids. Because every ride the kids got on, Dan was right there with them. The water ride, well, I'm saying to myself, Dan's supposed to be helping me out. Dan has more fun than the kids. But he took that the first time going, but he really enjoyed it. But he did a great job of taking control of those kids. You know how little boys, when you get them in a theme park, they just running the loop, but Dan had them all under control. He got courage. But there was some of the rides I wouldn't get on myself. But he got on them with those kids. So Dan, not only that, even the Boy Scouts, we knew there was a need for somebody to work with our young black males. So Dan came here and implemented Boy Scout. That program is functioning very, very well. So there's so many things Dan has done for this center, this community, in the city of Tallahassee. But I truly feel like I have been blessed for the past 8 years to have him as my assistant, my right-hand man. I have learned a lot from him, and I hope you've learned a lot from me and the rest of you. Dan, I'm truly, in front of everybody, I'm truly let you know you're going to truly be missed. But when you get that office, you give me that number. Because I won't be calling on you. You need your office number, I will call you. Because you mean so much to all of us. And with your support, your personality, and your skills, you've helped this program to grow. Some people come in and observe that. They observe you that first time, they see your relationship, they see the type of person that you were. And that's why they come on an everyday basis. The pool room, that was one of Dan doing those beautiful pictures around there. Dan is very creative. Like you say, he's like, it's just, Dan is Dan the Man. That's a great name for him, Dan the Man. That means he can do many, many, many things. So Dan, again, on behalf of the center, City of Tallahassee, we're truly going to miss you. We love you. Don't be a stranger. Come back and visit us anytime you want to. Now, this time I'm going to turn it over to Dan, give us some remarks. And after that, we'll do a slide presentation. And hopefully by the time the food will be ready. All right, Dan.
As I was listening to everybody, one of the things that came to my mind first off was I left a total different career and came to Smith Williams. I used to work on airplanes, helicopters, all kinds of support equipment for those airplanes and helicopters. Had a lot of technical experience. And one of the things that was first and foremost in my mind is when I got here, I didn't want to let the center down. I hadn't been in the social services realm. I've never had the opportunity to be with so many great people as I am today. And that was something new to me. And my wife will tell you that it was a big step. And my first and foremost thing in the back of my mind was that I wanted to be great for you, because it says Smith Williams Community Center out there. It doesn't say Dan's Community Center out there. It doesn't say Frank. It says community. And I felt that I needed to be everything I could for this community. Every person that walked in this door, every person that called on the phone, all the children that walked in, I needed to give them a fresh look the minute they walked in the door and a hello, and let them know that this was their place and they were welcome. And there's a big fear that I had when I first got here. But the first person that really put me at ease was Frank. Frank's been a great mentor to me. Frank's always been in this community. He's always been a great sounding board for me. When I came in, I remember him sitting me down a couple times in his office and said, "Dan, slow down, man. Everything will be here tomorrow for you. You don't have to fix everything today. Just slow down, take one little thing at a time." And he's given me a lot of great advice over the years. He's, as Reverend was saying earlier, kind of explained to me the community. The community I came from was a lot different than this community. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a different community. And it's just learning the community, learning the movers and shakers in the community, learning, what people like. Some people like a big old bear hug, and other people don't. It's wrong today. And, other people, they'll pick on you no matter what. So it was just learning, coming in and learning. And I hope, and from what I've heard, I think I passed the test as far as doing a good job for you. And Frank and I are working very diligently to find a good replacement. I told Frank over and over again, if you got a great personality in this job, Frank can fill in the blanks for that person. Because I know he sure did with me. Granted, I know a lot about thermostats, I know a lot about painting, I know a lot about all kinds of technical stuff, but, Frank helped me fill in the personality, helped me fill in the communication skills, helped me fill in, what the community needed. And there's times I go in his office and he goes, "Nah, sit down and let me talk to you for a while." And it was a good give and take. Just like all of y'all here, remember something about me. The thing that you really loved about me. But I'm truly the blessed one because I this afternoon I'm going to have all those little kids, you know.
Right.
And I've told, and if I'm having a bad day, you know, I heard somebody say that I always have a smile. If I'm having a bad day, all I got to do is come out here and be with my family. Because your smile rubs off on me in the same way with those little kids. They'll come over here and they're so excited to show me that they got an A on their stomach. It doesn't matter what's going on in my world. Because it's wonderful. They're so excited to show me, and it means something to show me. And every one of you are the same way. You know, you always, let's play pool, you know. Miss Frost, she loves sharing the islands with me, and I love listening to the stories. Miss Baker's always picking on me. You know, I mean, I've got Mr. Gobble here. We always share a few comments in the morning. He's always a breath of fresh air. I mean, it just every one of you, at one point or another, has picked me up, whether you knew it or not. And I want to say thank you. And I love each and every one of you. And I'll be back. I can't stay away. I'll be back to visit. And I appreciate all your kindness.